Okay, so everyone, Assalamu alaikum, welcome and good evening to all of you people. Welcome for Anjit seminar of day two session. So exams are almost close by, okay, before 2 days. This is an exact awesome time to study right now because you guys will be focused throughout in there. So welcome all of you people. I will be welcoming all the those who are doing the examination. So JIT, General Information Technology. This is going to be the day two of the discussion. Actually, we will be learning on how to answer questions. Meanwhile, answering questions, we will be going through with the theory. We'll have a one-to-one discussion throughout in there. We'll have a lot of activities throughout in the middle. So it's going to be a full-fledged recap series for your JIT examination, preparing yourself to do the JIT. But podi concern in the JIT exam, JIT paper time to time maru in the pull Pissu Natana, okay, because I can remember 2020 403 Harida Monahari year ranking. We were like learning on this structure. The guide was there, the syllabus was there. Okay, lesson the complete totally different paper was cover came in was like a literature paper. Even literature paper sounds okay, can read it, but then IT students okay felt it so difficult. In the totally different in the Pulwang, but then preparing y'all okay or making y'all to do the examination, focus and do the examination specifically okay for this JIT exam. So this is and okay this is an seminar okay which we will be doing it specifically okay catering for y'all JIT examination. So let's get started. So hope that you all have shared, you all have seen y'all day one recording balati. I'm Riyas Rushard. People who doesn't know, I've been doing advanced level and ordinary level ICT classes for the last 6 to 7 years, and I think what people knows about me. So hi to all of you people, those who don't know about me in there. Today we will be going through with our okay self-made okay seminar paper JIT seminar okay sample paper रखा a paper की discussion ने a lesson ने right. Okay, so let's get started for the people from zero and make you all to go to hero. Cha, listen, okay, so even if you are zero in level, nothing okay knows about JIT kanna up the other garum. I went to mama inno seminar ke time me kiye digila even when pasi kiye di wala when nikila danne na आप throughout the paper lesson करेंगे ना lesson break क्या करेंगे ना discuss करेंगे यामो okay until the end right. Okay, so here we go with an self-made paper for you guys. Okay, in this paper we do have 40 MCQ questions. Okay, and while doing these 40 MCQ questions, mampuluantarang in detail concepts karanna. Okay, to balance these questions, what we will do is we'll do around 15 MCQ questions, and then we'll do a part two, and then again a 15 MCQ question, then we'll do a part two. Sounds easy. Okay, whatever things which I didn't discuss in our day one, mama make it discuss karagani anna. Right. Anybody who are unable to download the paper, okay, mama group pe ke aaya anna. Okay, which you all can get the paper from the group. Okay, and also I'll upload it in our go ahead. I'll upload it in our Zoom chat ticket dala group ticket dana. YouTube people, okay, I one welcome to all of you guys also. Don't worry, you will be not left over. आप योगा लंग मत add करेंगे ना, discuss करेंगे ना. Okay, why not? Oh, good. Put a YouTube side degree gila balu muna dila thi nikila. So we have quite a people are there. Right. So let's get started. Hari. So let's begin. Okay, let's get started in there. So one by one, we're going to go through in detail. So Danda Deva level, I'll go mostly specifically. So I want you all to take a separate paper. Side paper at the okay. Meanwhile, with me discussing it, put the short notes with it at the end because I know your level. You all are not IT students. You all are not. You all are non-IT students joining with us. Okay, so a hinda ogalanta vela gudak mama detail dunnat terinne. So because of that, pullu antaran simply karagene one by one. Okay, let's get started. Which of the following device is an output device only of a computer? What is an output device? A device which sends data into the computer. We call it as an input device, which gets data in. The data that goes out from this device is known as an output device. So data goes out from the device, data comes into your device, input and output. like download and upload. Okay, so in these two, okay, there are a couple of devices. For an example, input ke liye right now I'm using these graphic tablets for to annotate and everything. So where I have to write something on here. So this is an input device. So graphic tablet, graphic tablet. That's an output device. Another one we can tell it is a graphic tablet. Another one we can go for it is number two. We can go for. I'm not getting it. Mouse. Hari. Output device. There are mainly three: speaker, okay, printer, which you can take a printout, and one more things that comes out from the computer: speaker, good sound, printer, a printout, and what you see, monitor. It's an output device. So these are the major output devices. So one of the output devices is a printer. Right. Question number two. Question number two, which of the following is used as a computer as non-volatile storage? Under storage, you do have two: volatile and non-volatile. What do you mean by these two? Volatile ke liye kya hai? It's a type of a memory, a storage memory, which requires electricity for storage, which basically require electricity. It will get deleted. Automatically delete, like how you guys, your brain are. Ogalang brain ne kareng hadala dine volatile vidite. Classic you will understand, but soon after the class, thar amatakai. Everything is forgotten. Okay, kaatwad danena mukut pinina kiyala. So eva game method okay, requires electricity. We call it as volatile. Non-volatile, on the other hand, it do not require electricity. Do not require electricity, where it can store the data even without electricity in that. Non-volatile when hard disk is a non-volatile because it do not require electricity to store the data. But okay, RAM is what? Okay, it is volatile. RAM means random access memory. We'll talk about the RAM in there. RAM registers, RAM and register. Among them, okay, non-volatile. Which of the following is used by a computer as a non-volatile? CRT of monitors. These are type of monitors. It's which of the following is a software? Okay, there are two categories. One is software and other one is hardwares. Okay, question number three: softwares and hardwares. So any tangible computers of your computer is hardware. Any instruction that we install is software. Okay, components which are tangible components, mouse, keyboard, monitor, printer, everything. Instructions, set of instructions are known as software. Okay, nice. So which of the following is a software and the operating system is a software? RAM, mouse, which are tangible components. Network admin, those are tangible components. We call it as software. Guys, I'm also checking your messages. If you do have any questions or anything, feel free to drop a message. So is it compulsory to do the examination? Try it and see, Raja. Okay. Like general English vagetamai. Okay, question number 4. What is the main function of a CPU? CPU is a component made up of three parts. Hope you all remember. ALU, CU, memory register. CPU is basically the brain of the computer, a small chip, central processing unit, a component which is capable of what? Controlling, okay, the data in and out, basically the execution part. ALU stands for arithmetical logical unit. Arithmetical logical unit. CU stands for control unit. Right? CU stands for control unit. Memory registers, on the other hand, are like storage. Storages. We call it as memory registers. Good. Yep, it's kind of एक रमेंट build कर दिए. Good. What is the main function of a CPU? Store data, display graphic, process instruction, connect to the internet. So connecting to the internet is not a function of a computer. Storing data, we do have memory. But CPUs does something. He will process data and instruction. Is capable of processing data. What is the acronym for HTML? Okay, with the full form of HTML. HTML is basically a language, like how we talk Sinhala, English, Tamil. Okay, if you want to create website, there's a language called as HTML language, hypertext markup, not makeup. Okay, language, a language that you have to learn, okay, and tell the computer this is how you have to design your website. Hypertext markup language. So is it possible you could share the short note? Sure, why not? Short note take up the, I uploaded in the group, but no problem, I'll upload it again. I have to download it once more. Let me upload the short, everything which I have explained it here, there's a short note. एक mind map period करा in day one, a superb session. Okay, learn it from there also. Mind map period करा. एक तीनों where I completely drew the whole lesson with diagrams. Okay, एक हाथ balagand, right? Okay, good. Do we have any? Let me go for that YouTube side also for a while. YouTube पे होना doubt है तीनों वाला काटी है चले बड़े बंडका. Hi बंडका. Okay, so so is it for JIT exam? Yes, 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 basically. Right. So let's get into the next one. Which of the following devices component is used in a computer to connect to any computer network? Okay. Now you do have ports in a computer. We do have ports like this. Different ports are there. We do have USB port. We do have HDMI port. We do have Ethernet ports also. USB port dwelling, you can basically connect a printer or a scanner. Okay, let me go with this. HDMI port is known as high definition multimedia interface. It's a port which you can transfer both audio plus video. So mostly used to connect monitors. Ethernet is also known as the network port. Okay, Ethernet port, network port, which you can insert your routers and stuff. Now, if you are using a normal Wi-Fi, only Wi-Fi speed will be roughly around 60 to 80 megabits per second. But if you can connect a wired network connection, it will go beyond 100, 200, sometimes 600. Okay, I don't know right now what is my internet speed. Okay, there is a website called fast.com. My internet sucks, that's a different thing. So around Wi-Fi તમે use કરන්නේ around 41 to 38 megabits per second. So this is my internet speed. Y'all also try it and see. We call it as the website fast.com. Okay. If I connect it using a cable connection, that's we call it as a wired network. You know, Ethernet port. Okay, to connect network. May network ke connect karanda, you have a port like this. May port te NIC ka network interface card. You have to insert that network interface card. It has that port. So network interface card. Okay. Question number 3. Which of the following is a programming language? Pascal is a programming language. SQL is a software. It's a web-based language. This is also a website-based language. XML, extensible markup language. Okay. अरे අපේ cookies කියලා තියෙන්නේ auto save ඔක්කොම තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ඔක්කොම save කරන්නේ XML. It's like a language which used to save data, clip shortcuts, clips and everything. Cookies වගේ දේවල් save වෙන්නේ මේකේ. What is the primary function of an operating system? It's a software which is managing both OS, operating system. Operating system is a software which is in between, manage both application software and system software. It manages both application and system software in between. So he manages both. Windows is an example of operating system. Windows, right? Which of the following is an example? Linux. Windows is example. Android, iOS. Linux is a bit good famous because it's not famous because it's open source. It's very hard for us to use it because technically අපිට දන්නේ නැහැ open source කියලා කියන්නේ free, but it's kind of difficult. Windows is easy because it's paid. They made it has spoon feed කරලා තියෙන්නේ ඔක්කොම. Literally they have spoon fed in there. Okay, everyone will be able to know how to use that system. Okay, good. Let's get into the next one. IT students later, Google Chrome is free in the sense, yeah, it's free, but not completely open source, name proprietary, but open license. And you can use it, but you can't do modifications. Okay, so it's like closed. IT people, those who are doing A-level ICT will feel it more easy because it's literally easy. Okay, JIT lecture amount, but this is mainly for non-IT people. You guys only will be like little bit Greek. We'll discuss and do it. Did I miss the eighth one? Yeah. Okay. Primary function of an operating system is to manage hardware. Manage hardware. A compile program, it is a translator. We'll talk about translators. Question Athino Israta. We'll talk about that. Mm, good. So is JIT worth and compulsory? Adida. Okay. அது worth இல்லையா first படிப்போ. Okay, good. JIT is almost like general English. Okay. Like for private meeting candidates, it's optional whether you can or you cannot do. It doesn't matter. But for school candidate, general English will become compulsory. Ekatte JIT, they make it compulsory because it comes under all well curriculum. It is not compulsory like importance then because it won't affect your result. If they say without JIT we will not release your result, you are tamma. Google Chrome is not a web browser. It is a web browser. Okay, here which of the following is a web browser? Google Chrome. Okay. Programming வராது. Okay. Which of the following is extension for an audio file? Text file, MP3, document, PDF. So it's an audio file MP3. If it's a video file now, MP4. If it's a software now, EXE. Which of the following languages are fundamental for web-based construction? Just now we learned HTML. Hypertext markup language. Which of the following software used to access website? You can access a website. You can create a website, Balamu. You can create website and you can open a website. You can create a website using a text editor, and you can open the website using a web browser. Spreadsheet is used to perform calculation. Database management system. What is database? DBMS. It's a software which allows you to store data. We call it as a database management system. A software that used to manage data. What is the main purpose of data encryption? Nice. What do you mean by the term encryption? Where you have seen encryption? Encryption, you might see it in WhatsApp. So let me open WhatsApp for a while. I'll show it to you. Now I have a contact. Okay, put that in there. Let's take a contact. Yeah, let me take my business account. So it's easy if I don't take it another account. This is my business account. My business account take okay, now my mobile phone, my contact එක මේ අපි දෙන්න message කරන එක ඒ message එක ඇවිල්ලා it has to be secured. Secured in the sense basically third party should not open it. Now if I get a post like this, basically no one should open it. It should be confidential. Okay, make open කරන්න බෑ. But normally in Sri Lankan, especially at your home, if you get a message like this and if they say it's confidential, if they say if it's confidential, no one can open, so no, don't worry. Our Asian mothers, they literally want to open it and see. They will open in such a way, not from here. They will cut and open it from here. Now, papenda, innatata ingise papenda. Okay. So, coming to the point in here is, okay, encryption is where it makes sure that the third party do not read this letter. If I'm sending a message from the sender to the receiver, you can encrypt it. WhatsApp does something called end-to-end encryption. Okay, WhatsApp does something called end-to-end encryption. See, this is the end-to-end encryption. Okay, so basically WhatsApp do have end-to-end encrypted. You can also see the key also. It's end-to-end encrypted from my computer and that mobile phone. This mobile phone and the other one, both of them has end-to-end encrypted. So Balamu, I can see the codes also. Key. It's an encryption key. Okay, මේ දෙන්නයි key එක tally වෙන්න ඕනේ. So this is end-to-end encrypted. Okay, good. So encryption කියලා කියන්නේ a process of securing the text. Encryption is basically a technique which used to okay hide the text basically between the sender and receiver. It's a mechanism, it can hide the text. Only the sender and the receiver can see it. Used to compress, used to speed up, used to protect data. Great. So here we go with our 14 questions in the first pack. Any questions we do have? Okay, let me. I'm not sure. I'll look into it. I issue scale. I have kept it full, Raja. Just check your volume also. Then how does Meta AI able to see the text in WhatsApp groups if it's encrypted? They can't see. Meta AI can see it because you are enabling AI. Okay, AI can he will be able to see the messages before it's been encrypted. But conversation part, AI only reads in your mobile phone. It doesn't go to the server. Okay, so in between, Message yana kuda tama encrypt venni. If it's in your side, it's not encrypted. In their side, it's not encrypted. In the middle, only the message is encrypted. Answer for the sixth one, Baland. Good. So, Puluan Tarang, when I'm discussing these questions, I'll try to go a little bit of touch of the theory. Theory, put, Allah, karagene. All right. Okay. So we'll go to the next part. Next one is going to be the MCQ. It will be again kind of boring. Okay. Up here we'll part two. We'll do a part two question, come back again. We'll do a part two question, come back again. Okay. So I'm going to go into the part two question, which includes these two. No. Yeah. It includes a whole pack. Right. General based question attamaya halki ene kuda duruta, but let's see. Mhm. Because I want you all to do the part two also. No? So part two kohomada nikila balamu and we'll discuss and see. All right, okay. Here we go with a part two question. Okay. So Excel I will be doing it. We'll do this. Excel questions tibba mekana. Okay. Excel question at tibba. I'll be doing it Excel. Okay. Yeah, Excel is there. I will do Excel also. Hello, no worries. All right, okay. So here we go. Write down the essential compute operation. Okay, write down 6 Okay, essential compute operation required for perform task. Assume that you have a hard disk C. So in your computer, you have a hard disk computer, PC, a computer, there is a hard disk. I'll just draw like this. Does it look like hard disk? No, something. It's a hard disk. Hard disk is basically a storage component. Is formatted and empty and the folders data in the folder, so fully empty. Further, the computer is switched on and you see the desktop and the computer is split. Simple. Okay, I don't know where the question is going to start, but we'll see. Okay, next, create a folder with the name JIT on the C drive of your personal computer. So you have to create a folder. Okay, further the computer switched on in. Okay, yeah, creating a folder. So you have to write down the essential operations. You have to write the steps how to create a folder. Very simple. Okay, first thing is open G drive, C drive. First you open the C drive. If you want to create a folder now, right click. You can right click the mouse pointer and what you do. Okay, you can just right click it. In Mac, there is no right click, it's double click. And then you go to new killer theory. Yeah, right click somewhere else and new folder. And then rename the folder. That's it. So right click, new folder, and then rename as JIT. You open this D drive, my computer, right click, new folder. Okay, new folder and rename it as JIT. Easy. Okay, they are just asking you the operations, what you have to do. Okay, good. Nice. Then we are going on to the next part, which is going to be creating 3 subfolders inside the zip folder with the names of names, example, docs, and solution. Okay. Right click, open zip folder, Right click, new folder. Yeah, this is the answer, eh? And then you rename it as example. Rename, rename as examples. That's number one. Again, you open Git folder, right click, and you rename it as docs. Open the Git folder, click it as solutions. Okay. Question number three. I hope you all have understood these are real world examples. You all have to write it. What does question number three says? Create a Word document containing your index number and a name using word processing software and save the document with your file name mydata.doc in the examples folder you have created in part 2. First step is what? First step is okay, opening the Word document. Open Word. First, you have to open Word software. Once you have opened the Word software, okay, let me go with an overview example. You have opened the Word document software. First, you go to New. Basically, click on blank document. Okay. Once you have the blank document, click to go to File and Save. Once you're saving it, save it in that name and write the correct destination. Where do you want to save it? Which destination you want to do it? So open Word document, select a blank document, open a blank document, save it, say, type, enter the name, and that's it. Start working. Okay, first we'll see. Create a document containing your, okay, enter your name, your index number, command name. Right, we have done that. Okay, so what is the next step? Okay, save it. File, save. Okay, file name, mention it as mydata.doc. Select destination as C drive. Inside the C drive, you do have a file called JIT. Select destination as C drive. C drive okay. Atule. There is a folder called JIT. Atule. Example. Examples. And click save. So what are the steps? First, open the Word document, enter your name, comma, index number, go to file, save, put your file name as mydata.doc, click select and select the destination. When you're saving it, you can select the destination, C drive, JIT, examples, and click save. Great, all good. Right. Question number 4. Copying the document, my data you have created as a part of 3 above into the folder called DOC and renaming it as. We should write exactly signs so we can't use. No, Raja, you can use any wording. You can put arrow we can put this greater than, less than, dot dot dot. It doesn't matter. You can write it below one by one. You just need to know, say them how to do this work. We have been doing it day to day life. Practical harita belut kill then but then copying, okay, Good. Copy in the Word document my data.txt you have created in part 1 about to the folder docs and renaming it as myself. You can use save as option. Open Word, open Word, open file. I can say open my data.txt document using Word file. You can save it in another place now. Save as. Select destination. You can select the destination they wanted. So what is the destination they say? C drive. C drive ke atule. C drive ke atule. You wanted to save it in docs. Okay. Docs ke jitte ke atule docs. Okay. Perfect. And file name you all have to set it as what? Myself.doc. Click save. Opening that mydata.doc file using Word. File save as, because you can save it in a different location. Same copy ka save karana puluang. Nanta copy karla paste karana puluang. Select my document copy. Open doc file, paste it. It was a rename karana. Copy and paste karno and rename. Yeah, you can copy, paste, and then right click rename karana. Both are okay. See, just method you will have to tell it. Copy kara, paste kara, rename kara. Right. Good. This is the answer for the A part. Let's see B part. What is it? They say. What will happen if you format your C drive now? All files inside, okay, drive C will be deleted. So what is formatting? Basically deleting all the data. Format click and you delete it. That's what formatting is all about. We have the disk with some data in it. Okay, we have some disk and data. When you format it, it will get deleted. Empty now. Okay, use disk, formatted disk. Great. Check it out. Very easy now. I'll have to write it specifically what is happening. So will it back up our settings? No, when you do formatting, it won't back up your settings. It will also get deleted. Basically, everything will get deleted. Mark it down. Question number 2. Happy? Good. Any questions, discussion, doubts? Relating it, y'all. Start writing. Puluantaran liyangin and Okay, we might have majorly from different streaming katti availability. Just wanted to see how people are, where are these people have come from. Let me have a quick polling. Okay, A level stream. From which stream you from? Commerce, arts, science, max, tech. Okay. So let me have a poll for y'all. Okay, meanwhile you guys are doing it. Just wanted to see from where these people have come from. Okay, appear in class. Okay, we have more than 200 plus in YouTube. Tech join Okay, so from which stream you have joined with us? Let's see. Majorly from commerce in Godakma, max, science, arts. We don't have tech people. A tech one person is there. Hi, welcome. Okay, tech nang IT karla thi aniwaryam. Commerce majorly. Okay, right. Right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, good, good. So majorly from our commerce people only could have mean. Okay, don't worry. We'll be there. Okay, come okay. Put come. Very easy. Okay, discuss करना को तो करना तेरे अड़ी मे क्वेश्चन ने के मेच्चर अमारो वेला करके नहीं ako मे के तो बंक करना नहीं किया okay the mostly what they do have done is practical like hem धीरे धीरे theory for you all to do it එච්චරයි වෙන්නේ වෙන මුකුත් නැහැ. Question number two. Assume that your IT teacher has asked you to create a spreadsheet. What do you mean by a spreadsheet? Google Sheet. We'll do the practical first. Okay. And then we'll go get into the, what is it? Answers. So let me open a Google Sheet. This is how a Google Sheet will look like. Google Sheet people might have used it. Okay. Api balance karenge one by one. Okay. Nice. The teacher has given the following information about a requirement. Each student has set only three papers, namely ICT, statistics, logic, at the examination. The class has only five students, so there should be five students. Okay, there should be five students. Okay, right. Okay, gamma. Right. Okay, abhi five students are there, three subjects. The spreadsheet should contain the index number of index number, name of the paper, marks, ICT, statistics, logic of the. So index number name of the page, student so number of the name of the papers, marks. Okay. The total marks scored by each student for all three and his average should be also displayed for each student in the next two column after the marks obtained. The student data should be displayed in ascending order on the total marks of students. So these are the okay. D, the maximum marks and the minimum marks of students should be obtained. Okay, basically it is a practical thing. They have literally given in writing. Yako, okay, and they have given. Okay, so a line chart should be included in the spreadsheet to show the index number and their total marks. Okay, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Based on the above requirement, answer the following. Draw a rough layout of the spreadsheet given the column names. Okay. What are the column names? You all have to do the practical. The spreadsheet contain index number. Okay, let me take a blank spreadsheet. Okay. Index number. Hurry. Right. Ida passe. Name of the papers, marks of the paper, ICT, statistics, logic for each student separately. So we have the index number, we have ICT, logic, ඊට පස්සේ statistic. Okay. STA, no? Tick. Right. Statistic. Total marks are scored by each student for all three papers, and his or her average should be displayed for each student in the next two columns after the marks obtained of the paper. So total average. இது அப்படியே வரையும் நாளதான். So index number, ICT, logic, statistics, total average. It was it. The students' data should be displayed in ascending order in the total marks of the student. एक नंगा पिट display करला बेलांडे पे, but we'll have some data. The maximum marks and the minimum marks students obtain in each paper should be displayed after the last student's data in the spreadsheet. So we'll add some student 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. 5 students. I'll have some marks, IT marks, 40, 67, 89, 23, 1. Okay, he was basically absent that day. Logic, 77, 45, 65, 78, 90. 12, 99, 98, 5, and 56. Okay, so these are the values they have taken. Hari, the maximum and the minimum marks that students should obtain for each paper should be displayed after the last student's data in the spreadsheet. The maximum and the minimum marks should be also displayed for each paper. For each paper, no, yeah. So maximum, minimum. Maximum, minimum. We have to do it. So there are equations for that. How can I get the maximum? Equal max weighted in this range. What is the maximum number? Okay, this is the minimum number. Make a maximum min. It's an equation. I'll tell about that in a while. Okay, right. This is what we have now. Excel is something special. Equations okay, Excel do have equations which we can create it. Where you don't need to find it by yourself. Total karna Excel has a function. We call it as equal. You use a function called sum and you tell the range from B3 to D3. Okay, and Excel can will do auto feature good up tino to nati deval karno, but a bit adala with gamako sum B4 to D4. He will calculate it for you. Average equal average. You can tell like this. Okay, so you can say equal average, equal max, equal mean, and you tell the range. Okay, equal max, equal mean, you tell the range. Maximum marks, equal max, make equal max, equal mean. This is how we got. So insert above, right? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, make writing the practical lazy. Okay, a line chart should be included in the spreadsheet to show the index number and their total marks. So you can also insert a chart. You can say insert option, and there is also chart. Chart. Okay. Okay, column chart line chart. Stack chart, in a line chart. In a line chart, you need the index number and their marks. Line chart, you need to write their index number and their marks only. First, you need the index number, and what you have to give? The total marks. Okay, x-axis, line chart. Okay, then go set up. Ayo, where they go? Okay, up with the line chart. Okay, good. Index number and their total. Sorry. Okay, मैं आपको नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Remove logic keeper. Remove. 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 Index number and their chart. I'll put the total. Okay, good. It's pretty easy. Okay. Total is the blue color one. Index number goes, yeah, correct. No, index number. Okay, I should have used different numbers in there. Like 102 okay, right. Manasana mari poodili vera mera mera bitigiri something. Okay, but basically cope up with me. Okay. Okay, something. Okay, but magi data varadi. That's a different story. Ah, okay. Now I agree with good. Okay, so we have the data also. Like I was doing with you guys. Okay, easy. What are the things we learned so far? Hari abhi summary ka kya anko? First thing is I added the columns. Hari. Then I add some data. Data nang api attaram dammi. Excel has a feature where you can do the calculation on its own. How do you use that calculation? We call it as a function. You can put an equal and you can tell the function equal max, equal min. Equal max. It looks like an Adam speak. Equal max, equal mean, equal average, equal sum, equal tot count, equal round. Kilo good afternoon. If you want to get the total, equal sum, and you tell the range from this range to this range. You want the total of this whole part, B3 to D7, B3 to D10. That's equal. Same thing with average. Equal average. You tell these three numbers, average again. If not, you can also tell total divided by 3. Max will give you the average of this. Okay, now going for your questions. If they ask which chart is easy to draw means in part 1. If they ask which chart is easy to draw ke liye there are a couple of charts. Mama summary ka dinna column chart, bar chart okkuma. Mama make summary ka dila me lesson karanna. Okay, I'll go for that. No worries. Are they mentioning the axis in that? No, they are not mentioning. No, any axis. Are they mentioning it? X axis, Y axis. No, Raja. They are not mentioning it. Okay, they are not mentioning. So issues on that. Also, we want to add this kind of image. Yeah, I just added it so that it's easy. Imagine them. Total won't come right for the mean. No, total won't come for the mean and max. Mean and max on the maximum value, minimum value. Okay. What are the charts used for comparison? I'll go for that comparison. So here we go with the total answer. See, when you do practical, it's easy. Basically, now did you all understand this JIT examination is really good. But the way they ask this JIT is the baddest thing. Got it. B3 to C5, B3 to C5, B3 to C5. Jadi IQ. C5. Okay. Okay. Did you see? Like paper is really good, but the way they have asked tamai तीन लोगों को प्रश्न. This time they will say you to do practical in computer. No, they are not doing practical. Paper khatam hai. So Okay, right. How to write this, we'll see. But before that, shall we go for a summary on the Excel part? Make a hema draw karan a layout take. But they're asking you to only do. Nah, oh, I have done everything. But okay, mamu, kuma karla tha mami asse. But they're asking you to draw a rough layout of the spreadsheet giving the column names. Give the formula that should be included in the spreadsheet to compute the B part and D part. Okay, total num. How do you get the total? I'll give you the summary also. Total num equals some range. In which range you do get it? Average num equal average. B and D part, B and D part. If it's the maximum value now, equal max. Minimum value now, equal min range. These are the main functions you will be using. Write down the procedure need to be followed for the C and E part. C and E part. The data should be displayed in ascending order on the total marks. Okay, how do you compute the data in ascending and descending order? Total marks, no? So you have to based on the total marks. Right, maybe in a total marks मैं select karala sort. Okay, we can go with the sorting part. He will sort it on behalf of you. Completely everything will get sorted. May I sort it completely. Ascending order or descending order of the marks, you can sort it. Just click sort. Right click and click sort. Okay. I can go for the third part. After this, I'll go for the Excel summary. Select the range of values for total. Right click, sort A to Z, ascending order. That is for the C part. And for the E part, all line charts should be included in spreadsheet. Show the index number and the total. Select column. What are the columns? Index 3. Select insert charts line chart. Set the x-axis as index. Set the y-axis as total. X-axis and y-axis, index and total. Afterwards, I'll go for the summary. Ayyo, mummy mark Hari. Select the range of values for the total. Then right click and sort. E part, select insert charts, line charts, set the x-axis as index and set y-axis as the index number range, total range. So rough layout mean do we want to draw this whole? No, rough layout in the sense you just they want you to write this only. Make it try only. Just put this part. I did too much for the y'all to get an idea. If I do it in rough way, you will not understand anything. That's a different story. Make it try only. See, mostly they're trying to cope up with the practical part. A practical concept ko aada karanna puluvan kila. Good to go. Nice, beautiful, all good, nice. Let me go to the our YouTube site. There put the gile my YouTube setting one karanne. Okay, right click, copy my documents. That's the great. Clear. Okay. Okay, sincerely. No. Okay, you can write in capital or simple. Doesn't matter. It will work in both the sides. The same. All right. Okay. Good. SK. So will you be able to explain HTML question same like this? कर लेता हूँ, no worries. मेरे पास summary करना है, Excel लेके मैं summary करना. Whatever you all have to take a small copy करता करना बोल मुझे. All good. Okay, checking your messages, doubts. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, good. Right. Shall we go with an Excel summary? All completed, no? Nasanai. Let's go toward the quick summary part. Okay, so we're going to go with a quick mind map with Excel summary. Okay, spreadsheet. It is a software which we use it, okay, to perform calculation. Microsoft Word created an awesome package. Okay, they created like 5 different software, mind blowing. Okay, the way they did the marketing and everything, they created 5 different packages where you will be able to, okay, create document, create presentation, make calculations and store. I don't know who came up with that idea, but marvelous. Back in those days, okay, we will be not able to get a printout of what we see. We call it as what you see is what you get, se சொல்லுவாங்க. So back in those days, Microsoft Word in the main purpose and why it became so popular is Microsoft Word, you can design the document as how you wanted to get the printout. Instead of we didn't have softwares to customize what you really wanted to get as a printout. So Microsoft Word came in. Spreadsheet is such software which used to perform calculation. Okay, this used to perform calculation. Mostly businesses they use spreadsheet. Majorly audit करना है तो आपको मत आना spreadsheets ना use करने. Right. Spreadsheet is basically a collection of columns and rows. Okay, it's basically a collection of columns and rows. A spreadsheet is basically a collection of columns and rows. Hold on, let me draw it. So spreadsheet is all about like a Max book. Okay, we call them as these are the columns and these are known as the rows. Okay, each column and row has a label or else an address. A5, which means column A, row number 5. Column A, row number 5. We call this one as the cell address. An intersection between a column and a row, we call it as a cell. Basically, an intersection between a column and a row is a cell, and that cell has an address. A cell address is made up of two parts, the column name and the row name. Okay, nice. Perfect, understood. Hari. Now you can keep adding numbers. In a spreadsheet, you can put numbers. Where you can also perform to calculate these numbers. Calculation karana pulva. Automatically you can make okay to calculate the numbers. Right. Let's assume we have numbers like this 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, and 2. This is my column A, this is my column B, row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, row number 5. I wanted to perform calculation. If I wanted to get the total, I can use an equation called sum. If I want to get the average, I can use an equation called average. If I want to get the maximum number, I can use max. If I want to get the minimum number, I can use min. Within that, we will have a range. Range ga tagana. Simple as it is. Okay, that range includes from what cell to what cell. Think about the range of this. Can you tell me the range of this whole number pack starting from A2 to all the way to what? B what equals sum. What will be the range? A2 you can write in capital and simple, doesn't matter, to B4. That's how we get the range. Simple as it is. Right. Mitana? Same thing. Only thing is instead of telling sum, we say average. Okay. Instead of max, we say max. Here we say min. Sounds clear? Number 1, a cell address. Number 2, what? Good. Hari. Next one is, okay, you can basically represent your data in a graph. Okay, spreadsheet and can also represent data. Represent data in graphs. Spreadsheet okay, you can represent data in graphs. What are the graphs we can have? Column chart. We have pie chart. We do have line chart. Column chart again, you can basically compare using columns. Pie chart එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ in terms of percentage. Line chart එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ like that cricket match එකේ දාන compare using points. Compare using data points. අපි නම් ආවෙන අපි පිදුරු තලා ගලාවා because of the data. This is line chart. Compare data, compare කරන්න we use column chart. In terms of percentage, we use pie chart. Line chart is used to compare using data point. एक point define करला यानी कि तमा we do have what bar chart is also there. Okay, bar chart is also there. Right. I will be keeping the recording in Zoom. Don't worry. Okay. You can watch it even after Sunday also. No problem. Okay. So column, pie, and line. ඊට පස්සේ if you wanted to okay copy an expression, you can refer okay copy an expression. Normally in an Excel we will use a dollar sign. For an example, let's assume we have a data here in a cell. We'll say the cell is okay B6 we have the equation B6 okay, we have B2 plus B3. Okay, this is how we have the equation. So this is the cell address and we do have this equation. If you move it to the next side, the number also will change. If I move 1 to the next side, mom ekak side karot, ekak side karot, cell address also will change. B3 plus B4. If I drag it one down, if I drag it one down, you will be getting C පල්ලයට side එකට B නෙමෙයි sorry side එකට යනවා නම් B නෙමෙයි it will go with C columns no change වෙන්නේ C. If I drag it one down, row change you know. If I drag it sideways, column changes. If I drag it downwards, row changes. So if I drag it downwards, row changes. Sideways none, column change. Complete summary of Excel. We call this one as cell address, cell reference. Can we copy down this section also? Shall I have a quick summary? Number one, spreadsheet used to perform calculation. Spreadsheet is basically a collection of columns and rows. A column and a row intersect when a cell a cell has an address followed by column name and row number. In a spreadsheet, we can enter data and perform calculation to get the total sum, to get the average, to get the maximum, max, to get the minimum, min. We write the range from the starting value to the ending value. Range can be obtained by selecting it. You use a colon, right? You can also represent your data as graph, column chart, bar chart, pie chart, line chart. Column chart and bar chart mostly column में विला මෙහෙම bar විලා මෙහෙම compare. Pie chart used in percentage, line chart using data points. දෙකක් compare කරගෙන point එක විදිහට යනවා. Okay, data points විදිහටම compare කරන්න. Two elements අරන් compare කරනවා නම් column chart example I can take your score in all the subjects that I can take your score in ICT in every term. That's line. Cell reference. In Excel, you can also move cell up and down. If you move it sideways, column changes because A, B, C, D. You move it sideways, column changes. You move it downwards, row changes. So B2 will become C2, B3 will become C3. Sorry, C3. മികവേറതി ഇതിന്റെ പല്യാട്ട dot B2 will become B3, B3 will become B4. Sounds good. Copy down karega mujhe make lesson at. Questions di bota hande, ask, I'll help you all. Okay, Shamra. So those absolute self-reference and all those things, JIT illa koro. Illa, but adhe nan question and oracle explain pandren. It's easy. Okay, good. Hope you all have completed. Nice. So that's under. Yep. I gave some time for you all to write it. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Lian na to mamma kata agar ini no. So that is under Excel. Okay. We'll get into the MCQ pack again. Set Why not? Okay, let's get into an MCQ set. What is the primary function of and IP? IP is basically known as Internet Protocol. IP, Internet, A-level ICT students might know this Internet Protocol. Okay, what does this Internet Protocol refers as? Basically, okay, main make a thamai unique address. It's just a number, a numerical number, which is assigned to a computer automatically or manually to identify the computer uniquely. Basically like a phone number. Okay, in a phone we have a SIM number a unique, okay, identification, okay, of a device, or as a unique identification number for a computer which is connected to a network. Nikang IP address දෙන්නේ network එකට විතරයි IP address would be given. Okay, එක network එකට විතරයි they will be given an IP address. This is what we have. So a network එකට විතරයි IP address will be given. Okay, what is the primary purpose of an IP address? To connect to an internet, to send, to identify a device on a computer. Internet connected to identify a computer. What are the acceptable symbols that can be used to start a formula in spreadsheet? Equation, just now we did it. Equation. Okay. We can use equal. O plus. What is the function that would you find the highest? Easy. Max. What is the chart that in a spreadsheet that can be used to show the trends over the IT line chart? Not trends. Trending. What do you think? Pie chart, percentage, no. Bar chart, pull one the compare, trending. No, line chart, no. Yeah. What is a valid cell range? Valid decay, we use a colon. We don't use, this is subtraction. What does bandwidth refers to the reference of a network? A network is like a tube. Okay, this is like a tube. This is what the network. Network ke speed decay, we call it as a bandwidth. We say 100 megabits per second. Make internet slow speed 100 megabits per second. The amount of data that can be transmitted over the network in a given time. So you get 100 MB per second. Okay, scatter plot chart like this. Okay, now if you join dot stick, okay, scatter chart on the y-axis, u-axis triangle. May scatter charts. What is the main function of a firewall? Firewall is a networking device which used to filter incoming network data packets. We'll say this is our internet. In this network, incoming data packets, if you want to filter now, we have a firewall. Internet taking in a data, firewall will be protecting. That's what we call it as a firewall. Manage web services, monitor incoming and outgoing network packets. This is to monitor. Filter what? Filter data. Okay, filter packets, filter websites, filter IP addresses, filter messages. Okay, filter request. It can basically filter anything, whatever data comes in. Mostly for security purpose, we use it. Used for security purpose. What is the primary function? Primary key. Email security வராது. Overall network security. Okay, what is the primary key of a table? Primary key के लिए क्या है? The most unique column. Unique column में primary key. Index number is a unique column, like an index number. A unique identifier for a code, unique label to a key used to encrypt a command, no. A unique identifier for a record, unique label to identify a field. Record का खोयंड to find a row. What is the domain name of a URL? A URL is basically a location of a file. What is a URL? A location of a file. File location URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, in a URL you do have it like this: http www.example.com/path. www is a protocol. Protocol in what rule? Protocol what rule? What service? Mostly rule. We have HTTP, it's a rule to transfer data website. FTP, we have a rule to transfer files. www is a service. Example is the domain. What is a domain name? A website name. Okay. Example. What does rendering mean in context of video editing? Editing के लिए क्या है? The process of altering the website. Export करना कोटा saving वगे. Rendering is basically it is exporting the video. Hope you all know this word. Exporting the video तमाई. Okay, rendering. Rendering is you might have seen in video editing. CapCut tokko will export करना कोटा render. In file, let's assume in a CD. CD wala we call it as burn kirikino. Burning. CD wala we call it as burning. Okay, CD ka write karna we call it as burning. Adding substitute to a video, adjusting, exporting a video file. Rendering. Data versus information. Raw fact are known as data. Anything you perform calculation, processed data anything you have done a calculation we call it as information. Raw fact data unprocessed. Okay, like average is information, number is a data, marks is data, your total is information. 52, 72, all these are data. Average information, you have to process it. Highest information, you have to process this. Marks to obtain, that is data. So A and D are data, while B and C are information. Datas are raw fact, information is meaningful, right? If I teach you life in as information, okay, life as information, something like this. In a life, okay, you can make decision in your life. Okay, you will start your decision in here, right? Main decision nigga, if you take a decision, you might end up in here or you might end up in here. decision එකක් in life එකේ මෙහෙම තමයි. Okay, if I take about life එකේ something called as uh, life decision again. I'll tell another one also. Life I'll explain in terms of decision. Next one I'll explain in terms of um, love also. Love would start, it would skyrocket, and it would come down. Okay, it would come down. Make a hold karla tiyagattot. Okay, මෙහෙම ගිහිල්ලා it will come down, and if you can hold it now, love would end up here. මෙන්න මෙතන ඇවිල්ලා you all have to hold it. That's something called love in terms of anyone, parent, wife, anything. Okay, so ඒක whole ප්‍රශ්නේ එනකොට you should not give up. That's not always ups. There are ups and downs also. Crush is data, girlfriend is information. Ah, where a level. Okay, your crush is data. Okay, data crush එක data because you don't know anything. Your girlfriend is a information. Hari. Sir, second one wrong in 22. 22 is second one. A unique label to identify a column. Fields on a column. You can't identify a column using a primary key. You can identify a record. Okay, got it, ma? Column, fields on a column. Primary key which you can find a record, not a column. Crush is data, love is process, marriage is information. Okay, crush is data, love is process, marriage is information, wife is decision. FD. Nice. Good, good, good. 20 seconds. Good, nice. Mark it down. Balaganda ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ answers ටිකත් එක්ක. You'll write it in detail. පුළුවන් තරම් ඔයගොල්ලන් ලියලා mark කරගන්න. Okay, good. අපි part B එකක් කරා. Okay. Why not going into a question C part? Again, we'll get into another question. I'll do questions as well. Again, you're not going to learn JIT. So okay, I am super tired today. I had 2 classes revision, full pack kwela, and still wanted to go give it to my students and all the other people. Okay, I wanted to give you something. Okay, because okay, JIT ka atarang latina okko matarla JIT karande kela. So okay, I'll do it with you people. Okay, the whole day I was like super back in there, more of fully packed, Okay, don't worry. And don't worry, I'm there. I'll do it. I'll help you all to get you all go through with this JIT examination. Question 3. Balamud. Megat relate kar liyan no. Itu practical ke karta. HTML mind map damu. HTML mind map damu. HTML mind map. I lesson or call go through. Okay. Question last session ni give time and I will do. Okay, puluhan karamu. See. Okay, good. So can you show the MCQ part again? Sure. Mark it down, map it karamu. Shall I have a 5 minute, 10 minutes break? Keddamu pudi. Break keddala 10 o'clock aaya patanga madu pudi break keddala. Amaru ide. We'll be going on with question number 3 and 4. Pudi 10 minutes break. Let's have a quick break, short break. Okay, okay. Don't need break. இந்த வெறித்தமா இது இந்த வெறித்தமா தேவை வெறியில போறோம் ஓகே வாட் இஸ் த பிரேக் ஒன்றும் தேவையில்ல நடந்துட்டு போறோம் ஓகே எவன் வந்தாலும் சரி ஓகே வாட் பிரேக் so by understanding our situation could you please no way ma this term examination has been planned from way more late okay way more starting so I will be never postponing the examination. So he already full focus. Full full focus is needed. Let's keep funding in a very lesser. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, hi, happy, happy. Okay, you guys are good. And everything. So now is your exam. Now killer exam. Okay, we are having exam on Monday, especially the term examination. You guys don't see the messages, especially in the group. எல்லாம் ஆக்காய் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிறானு மனசாட்சியே இல்லை இது எனக்கு சரியா ஓகே ம் ஓகே நைஸ் நல்லா உருட்டு சுத்தமான ஓகே சுத்தமான உருட்டுன்னு நோ எக்ஸாம் டுமாரோ இட்ஸ் ஆன் மண்டே physical okay nice apiyang okay so question number 3 okay after this we'll have a small break I'll eat something and come to pasigide. Okay, you have asked the school teacher to use the word processing software to prepare an invitation letter to the invite parents of the students to a sport meet of a school. The teacher has given the following layout. Hurry. Explain what features of word processing application should be used to create the above layout okay, to invitation letter and where the features has been used. So what features you might have used in this? Number 1, underline. This is one feature. Bold Kerala. Another feature. What else we do have? Left alignment. Alignment, one feature. Underline bold. Achra yes, Mitranat bold. Okay. So they have used these features. Maybe on a normal Jujup. So they have used bold, left alignment, underline and bold. Bold use करती हूँ. हाँ दिन्ने रुपो. Okay, good. Question number 2. Okay, if you are also given a list of name and address of the parents, what feature of the word processing software can be used to generate invitation letters to individual parents automatically by replacing the dear parents of the letter by the name and the address of the individual parent? How would you do that? You should give the required changes to the invitation letter by copying the layout of the above into your answer sheet showing the field names required for this and where should it be placed in the invitation. Okay, nice. Hurry. Okay, so let's get started. So they have given, think about they have a database. Okay, ඔක්කොම කාගේ details ටික තියෙනවද students ලගේ details ටිකක් තියෙනවා. Okay, think about like this. I'll go to a Google Sheet. විනාඩි දෙන්න. අපේ කොල්ල set එකක් ඉන්නෝනේ YouTube එකේ. Okay, YouTube is good. Uh, should be some range, some specific range should be mentioned. Yeah, specific range should be mentioned. Will be yeah, I'll keep this recording live. Hari, මෙතන I'll go for what is this word? No, okay, word. Okay, think about I have some details about okay some random data ටිකක් තියෙනවා කියලා ගමුකෝ. I have some okay කොප්පුන මොනවා data ටික literature BS2 කියලා තියෙනවා. Okay. So we have some data are there, phone numbers are there කියලා numbers ටිකක් තියෙනවා කියලා කිමුකෝ. Now I wanted to okay send a message or else I wanted to send a letter to all these numbers. එකපාරට යවන්න ඕනේ. I have all the list of addresses are there. මට මේ document එකක් හදන්න ඕනේ at once where I will be able to take a print out and send it. මට එකින් එක මාරු කරගෙන ඉන්න බෑ. Okay, invitation to annual school sport meet dear parents name. It should come dear the name of the parent and the address should come. Did you get my point? So I have a database of all the parents name and their addresses. Now I have to map everything into this invitation. I'll read it again. Think about I have got a letter like this. Okay. Now in this letter, I got it from here. See, this is my address and phone number. Yeah, this is my address and phone number I have got. Now, if commercial bank is sending such letter, this is a letter. Okay. It is like recalling the CFT remittance 44,640. யாரோ ஓகே தெரியாம 44,640 சல்லி போட்டான் அதை திருப்பி கேட்குறாங்க என்கிட்ட இல்லாத சல்லி யாரும் சொல்லி இப்போ 44,640 someone has deposited without the knowledge, so they are asking that money again. Yeah, you may also use it really because yeah they're asking it again. Okay, this is that. Okay, හරි අපි අංකෝ එතකොට okay, so එතකොට now if the bank is sending letters like this, think about right okay right line sorry, if the bank is sending letters okay of 4,000 customers now, okay, do they have to type 1,000 documents like this? දාහක් ගහන්න ඕනද මේ වගේ? නෑ. Okay, okay, you don't need it. You create one document and you import all the address to the document and automatically it will create it. Really, it will create it. Komada, using a word in a feature called as mail merge. There is a feature called as mail merge. What it would do it is mailing. Okay, option. Okay? Let's assume we are going to create an envelope. Okay, delivery address, return address. So this is the mail merge. Okay, right. Okay, so here you can basically import it. Start mail merge. So this is my address. Cool. Mail merge. I can create a label. No label. Envelope label dala. I can have 30 pages, 40 pages. Kuda dandaplam. Pudi pudieva. Dala mevagi pudiyete. Hadarami tin. Now what I can do it is, okay, basically I can start importing all the data. See, I can insert it. Okay, I can simply insert all the data using an existing system. I can simply, what I can do, I can insert all the data to here and automatically it will try to map it. First name. So a columns to map phone. So the rest, hi, greetings. Okay, greetings. TRWC, greetings. Hi, greetings to everyone. Maybe now. So what will happen is automatically it will send hi, greetings to everyone. Kiladala. It will have the first name. Okay. It will have the first name. Sorry. first name, phone and hi greetings දාපුවාම මෙහෙම දාලා when I add it to all these boxes, check this out, what will happen is මෙහෙම දාලා think about I have 1 2 3 3 6 9 තියෙනවනේ. Okay, I can import the document, I can import the database of the first name and the phone number, and automatically what will happen is it will map in here. එයා ලස්සනට map කරගන්නවා. බලමු. මං ගාව ෆයිල් එකක් තිබ්බොත් උස්සලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතන මං දාලා පෙන්නන්නම්. Excel ෆයිල් එකක් ඕනේ. Excel ෆයිල් එක දැම්මොත් it will come nicely. බලමු තිබ්බොත් shock. Okay, Excel file any Excel is I have an Excel file. Right. Okay, so I have inserted an Excel file, grade 5, entire worksheet. Hurry. So I have started importing the Excel file. Okay, in that place, I can enter the student's ID. Balanda. Now I have uploaded that Excel file, student ID, and I can add the name of the student. I can say greetings, student ID, greetings to, I can say student name. I can have the ID and greetings to student name. Okay, and now I can copy this. Simply copying. Check this out. If I say preview Lizard, automatically it will see all the data. See? හැමෝගෙම data එනවා නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මම උතන් දාපු data ටික අතන map වෙනවා ලස්සනට නේ. It is mapping all the data. Did you get it? I don't need to enter it. මේක තමයි කියන්නේ mail merge එකක් කියලා. Where you create a template and you insert a database and you map it. Automatically it will be replacing. එයාම මාරු කරගන්නවා. Okay, and I can now start sending letters. මෙහෙම තමයි letters ගහන්නේ. Okay, මෙහෙම තමයි letters ගහන්නේ actually. You don't need to write the step, but I'm telling the concept behind in there. So how do they send letters for 1,000 people? Don't worry, they won't type one by one. They will create a template. A template එකට කෙලින්ම upload කරලා දානවා ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ database එක. And automatically it will convert, that template will be converted into a PDF with all the addresses properly. Data විතරක් හරියට දුන්නොත් ඇති. ඒක ලස්සනට map වෙනවා. කට්ටියට තේරුණාද? Did you all understand? Here I didn't write greetings to Kaushani. Okay, I didn't write, okay, go data gonna. I didn't write these data, but my data mama enter කරේ නැහැ. ඒක system එකකින් එන්නේ because it's in the database. I didn't write Hikma. Okay, one by one it started mapping it. So use the template and map the data. So we use, what is the feature? Okay, what is the feature? Mail merge. What happens in a mail merge is we have a template. Okay, for this template we will be sending the data list. You feed the data list to this template and this template will create different documents. Documents create කරනවා. එක එක document තනි තනියෙන් හදලා දෙනවා. So if you're given a list of name, address of the page, what is the feature used in there? That is mail merge. Explain how would you do that? You should have the required changes in the invitation, copying in that. Okay, how would you do it? Okay, you can say open mail merge. Mail merge. You can select open mail merge. Create the template. Invitation letter. Upload the list of names and addresses. Export invitation letters. Export letters. That's it. Open mail image, create the template invitation letter, upload the list of name, export the letters with individual visual name and address. You can upload Excel sheet, XLS file, CSV file, own file like upload करना. You should give the required changes to the invitation letter by copying the layout about in your answer, showing the field. So you have to also copy it down. So अभी मैं इतना दान नंगे. So you will have invitation to the annual school sports meet. Okay, in the place where you have dear parents, you can say dear name and you can say address. Here pass we are delighted to invite you to our annual sport meet, blah 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 blah. The principal ABC school. Template. What is a mail merge? In short, let me explain it to you. Mail merge is a feature in Word, something like animation magic. What a mail merge will do, Samra, you can create a template like a letter like this. And if you want to write the letter for thousands people, you don't need to create thousand letters like this. You create a letter with only one single template and you import the data list to mail merge. Once you import it, you tell in this place the name should come. You tell in this place the address should come. The letter is same, only the name and the address will change. And you can export it individual document export करना पड़ेगा. Okay, that's what mail merge is all about. It's a feature which allows you to merge the data list to a specific template. You can now form 1,000 copies, Okay, we used to do it. Now, if I'm sending letters for 1,000 students for marketing purpose, I can't be typing 1,000 letters. I create a template, I import the data list, and the document will give you 1,000 letters. Print kara, send kara. Work easy. I'm done. We need a break. Very, very, sir. No, very, very poor, sir. Hadith Kattiya, all good. Guys, there will be another paper discussion at, but if you are, you know, okay, third question, first answer. Third question, first answer is mehe tine. These are the first answers. Mitana uda tine. You have to mark what are the features now. Okay. Regarding the Chitteke, I did a last year seminar at them. A last year seminar, I have the recording also. Mange recording at Togolanta, the class at Turuna. So it has a more paper discussion, more paper based discussion, which you all also can check it out. This is already been uploaded in YouTube, so you all can check it out later by also. But make sure you finish it before, what is it? You finish it before Sunday. Right. Shall we do a mind map on? Okay. Shall we go through? Where shall we do the discussion on mind maps on web development? For the mind map, Damod. Web development mind map pack. So do we have another class, Ajit? No, Raja. I will be sharing some recording of my previous classes. Podda kolam balakande. Okay, මේ වගේම තමයි next set එකක් යන්නේ. That is about HTML, right? We'll do with summary of HTML with this question number 6 එකත් එක්ක යන්න. Okay, we'll do question number 6 with a summary. Okay, HTML is basically a language which used to, okay, which used to display websites. HTML language uses tags. Okay, HTML language uses tags to write it. Now it's a language, no? So Sinhala time ලියන විදිය තියෙනවනේ. HTML also has its own way. We call it as hypertext markup language. Right. Hypertext markup language. Okay. Hypertext markup language HTML uses tags to display content. It uses tags to display content. What do you mean by the term tags? Tag like this. Each and everything to display, they have a tag. To bold it, there is a tag. For an italic, there is a tag. To underline, there is a tag. To get a hyperlink, there is a tag. To get an image, there is a tag. To get an ordered list, there is a tag. To get an unordered list, there is a tag. What else you do have? Okay, to get a table, there is another tag. To get a heading, there is a tag. To start HTML, there is a tag. Okay, to what else? What is bold, italic, underline, ordered list, unordered list, tawa. I'm trying to get it down. Paragraph, thanks, the paragraph, there is a tag. Okay, for each and everything, okay, we have tags. Tawatin on the okay. What else? Unordered list, ordered list, image, hyperlink table, paragraph, italic, bold, underline, superscript, link, hyperlink tandachi. Help me out, counter in colors, you have a tag. Alignment, there is a tag. Major one. Font size, There's a tag. Break line, there's a tag. People. Break is a tag. Page break, hurry. Define list. Okay. For everything, there is a tag. Perfect. Body, content, we have a tag. What is the start tag of HTML? HTML itself. I said you tags used to display content. To get a heading, you have H1. A smaller heading, you have H2. A little bit smaller heading, you have H3. A way more smaller heading, we have H4. These are H series tags in different sizes. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. If you want to bold something now, we use bold tag. If you want to get it an italic now, I. If you wanted to get a underline now, U. If you wish to get a table now, table itself. If you wish to get an image now, IMG. If you wish to get an ordered list now, OL. If you wish to display the ordered list now, OL, unordered list now, UL. If you wish to display a paragraph now, P. If you wish to get a font size now, font size. If you wish to get an hyperlink එකක් නම් anchor tag href. You have to write the link. Put the link here. If you wish to get the image නම් image src. And we write the location or name of the image. Okay. Table වල දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Okay. Rows content. Content එකෙත් normal content එකක් එනවා නම් එහෙම bold එකක්. Heading and data. Data දානවා නම් එහෙම headings දානවා නම් මෙහෙම. To get a row, we use table row. To get a data, content එකක් දානවා නම් table data. To get a heading නම් table heading. Check this out. These are the complete summary of HTML. To get a break නම් BR. Moving line marquee, that's too deep and on. Okay, good. So can eat that even tomorrow, but you can't gain this knowledge tomorrow. Bro, stop it, bro. So can you explain the table part? Okay. Normally, if you want to insert a table now, we use a tag called table. If you put a table tag, you will be able to get a table. Okay, nice. May table like if you want to get a table now, you have to use the table tag. If you want to insert a row now, table row. If you want to insert the second row now, table row. And inside the table row, if you wanted to get that data, think about I have a table right now. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Think about I have to get a table tag. Perfect. Here I have to get the table row. Emanang, you will be able to get the table rows. If there are four rows, I have to tell four rows. If this has to be an heading, nang, it will be normally bold. Number, name, tell. If this has to be bold again, if this has to be bold, pink, pacha color put it. Okay. If it has to be bold, nang, we put it inside table heading. If it's a normal text එකක් වගේ නම් දාන්න ඕනේ 1 2 3 normal text, it's not a heading, it's a normal text නම් we put table data. Sounds okay? Shape. Okay. Divide a paragraph BR. Break is BR. Break BR. Great. Overall summary. Make him passe. I have to do another recording of a session. That's going to be for my 26 batch merit paper discussion. Okay, what I believe right now, okay, you might be a commerce student, bio hari, mona hari student kenek hari. Study, very important, because it's going to be a very competitive field, whatever the field you all are. Okay, you can be replaced instantly because people are working so hard than you. Okay, so you all have to work it way more harder instantly. Always remember to give 100% of whatever you do. Right now मैं जित सेमिनार करना ना एक 100% देना. Okay, right now if I am Manadi Canada, we're doing my own theory classes na 100% revision class 100%. If I am giving my 100% in the sense, if you guys are also getting that same 100% again, tired tamai, badagini tamai. Okay, matok learned tired because from morning 8 o'clock till right now 10 o'clock I have classes 8 to 12 to pass prayers and then 3 to 4 3 to 5 because 5 to 6:30 body session karala meeting karla came home apu gamamma me shirt gave people who have been seeing in the morning, you might know me. Okay, so a dedication give that 100% whatever you do. If I can give it, so now you also should be able to get it. Okay, a 100% ganda puluantarang. Okay, don't put yourself down. Don't get it second. Okay, puluantarang work harder because there are way more people working day and night. Okay, that when you are sleeping. Okay, igulang e work karna kuda they will definitely go in gears tiga dagni isra tano. Okay, ito pas regret kala velanne. Okay, ekar tame dagni dama karagene. So start working for yourself. Okay, when it's a break now, full break ganda. Atalle ganda na full atalle ganda. Okay, for me, when it comes to a Tuesday, it's my break day. I don't even touch the phone. Phone Allah receive karla dana Allah nitne. Okay, but when it's come to work now, give that 100%. Very important. Only motive you have it. You don't have any personal life. You don't have any personal problems. Financial. Work harder. Your education will make you survive. Okay, if people says that okay I have become successful without education, you two or three people, but I can show you thousands of people those who have succeeded because of this education. So do not ever give up. You how many pass marks for history? I'm giving Mitchell logo pata motivation at the no way. मैं तो मैसेज कर रहा ना सर, हाउ मेनी मार्क्स टू गेट एन एस पास लू। अरे भाई। Okay, okay, हरी- okay, good. Right, okay, good. So, தெரியும் தெரியும் நல்லா பட்டர் போடுவீங்க மட்டும் நல்லா தெரியும். What class over? Nothing is over. We'll get it done. Okay. Full 100%. இப்பதான் motivation பேசிக்குது. Giving 100% கேளா. You guys are asking me more. Seriously. Hurry. Okay. I'll give you the tags. So first of all, the tags begins with H1. It's a heading 1. Animals because it's a heading. We close it like this. Paragraph. And the paragraph ends here. Starting and ending. We have an what type of a list? An ordered list with a list item. Okay, ordered list with a list item. We close it. List item के लिए क्या है? Ordered list के लिए item में रख. Li list item. Li list item, and within that only you have to write the code. And we close the ordered list. So ordered list starts from here, and we end the ordered list from here. Am I not sharing the screen? Am I sharing the screen? That's good. Hurry. Dog 2, yeah, it's a small, little bit smaller one. So H2 use karam. It's an unordered list. Thank you. Unordered list, UL. Again, cats, we can use H2. Okay, again a paragraph. This is also a paragraph. Again, it is the same thing. Unordered list. Again, H2. Ah, it's the same thing which is repeating, really? Make a code that dinner to the end. Seriously. Ordered list on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Unordered list and make a unordered list. Oh, make a code that dinner to the end. With the hates, the hell is this? Come on, they have repeated. Yeah, you have to state clearly the assumption required to display the information, write the required HTML code. Seriously, it's the same thing repeating, okay? Right, okay, and then you have to write everything inside a body, and you close the body here, okay, and you can write HTML start, and you can say HTML close. So basically, you have the HTML code, body code, body code, and the code actually comes in the middle. Unordered list, yeah, it's an unordered list. Sorry, UL. L is on a list item, an item of an unordered list. In an unordered list, you will have lot of values. No, think about like this: 1, 2, 3. Science, ICT, Max, English. Now, what are these? These are list. What type of list? Unordered list. Sorry, it's an ordered list. OL. Make a मेवा एक items. List item, list item, list item. Head வந்து no need ma because head க்கு data മുകുന്ദാൻ. It's an unordered list. അയ്യോ ഓയിൽ gila දාලා මෙතන අයියෝ විනාඩියක් දෙන්න විනාඩියක් දෙන්න all gila දාලා දිනවා. You will. Okay. Duck dumb ding duna you will. That's everyone are messaging me, yeah, asking the same question. Okay, you will. Yes, Raja, you have to write it. Then only it will display. Okay, if you write it only, it will be display. Right. Paragraph. And but shit paper question එකක්. How to identify ordered list or not? If you have numbered nang ordered list. If this is bullet points nang unordered list. This is unordered list and this is ordered list. Ordered list, unordered list. Yes, yes, Shamha, you have to write the whole thing. Then on it will display. That's how website will be. Square disk is also an ordered and unordered list. Head comes when there are information to be given for a website page. Page information, not the content. Any page information should be given in head. Page information should be given in head. Yeah, that's all in HTML. Chara, you just put it and you refine and learn it. That's it. So, what are the assumptions? Assumptions on what do you mean by that? You have to write everything. That's it. Okay, code number. That's it. It'll come. I'll also do a practical and show. Why not? Put the practical girl. Guys, remember 100%. என்ன பண்ணாலும் 100%. நீங்க டச் கரக்கினே அண்டிப்பா give you 100% anything. அப்படி சில்லி சில்லியே சார் கிளாஸை செஞ்சுட்டு போறாரு இன்னைக்கு. அவர் எப்போ முடிப்பாரோ தெரியா. Okay, okay, don't worries. Okay. Come on, I can take you all, squeeze you all as much as possible because one thing is, okay, I'm not going to lose anything from that. You're going to study. Okay, that's it. At least you guys are live with me and happy that the whole people, a set of people are there because there is a purpose for you all to stay today. 2 more days. Game at least this will be there in your head. Hari. Balanda make him a bold and italic. Now, for an example, if I say help kill what? Simply it will give you help. The word help. Inga the word. The word inga da. இதுவான நாங்க வந்து online interpreter online. Let's get an online compile. It should be like type करना कोड happen make hari. Just check it out. HTML and the body. Body is the place where you will get the content. Body is the place where you close it. Hari. Now, people who doesn't know about HTML, this is the code, this is the HTML. Now, if I say the word help, it will give you help. Yeah, it will display help. But you can design it. Website is basically you design it, no? So if you put it inside a tag called B and put the word help, it will come as a bold. If you put it into an I and tell the word help, it will come as it an italic. So it's all about what tag you use. Content එක දාලා එක color pencil වගේ. You use the blue color, you use the green color, you use the red color ඒ වගේ. If you put you, what will happen? The help will become an underlined text. Got it? If I use H1, it's a heading for an H1, it's a heading. If I say H6, it's a smaller heading. Understood? තේරුණාද concept එක? වැදුනාද? Okay, here like අස්කලා වදින්න ඕනේ. You put a table, it will give a table. අවලතන. Okay, yeah. Simply you tell table, table, but නිකන් table කියලා ගහුවට ඉන්නේ නැහැ table එක. You have to tell there is row and couple of things are there. Do table row. There is only one row and okay, we'll put a border also. One. Okay. There is this only one row in this table. I'll say table heading. In that row, there is a heading called index number. See? Table heading. Then there is a table heading. I'll say marks. Table heading. But if I put table data, it will be a normal text. If I put table heading, it will be bold. Table data, normal. Table heading, bold. So HTML is a language. It's a set of series of text which tells how to display the code. We use this code in our content. Content එක මාරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So many people ask me a question, sir, do I need to write the whole paragraph? Yes, Baba. Okay, Hilmi says Baba. Yes, Puta. Yes, Lamaya. Yes, Manli. Yes, Nangila. You have to write it. Then only it will be displayed. ඒකේ ඉස්සරහට tag එක දානවා. So heading automatically goes to a new line without a BR. Yes, heading has some characteristics where its size will increase and it will keep a gap. උඩයි පල්ලෙයි පොඩි gap එකක් යාර ගන්නවා. Yes, 40. FCQ හතරක් එනවා. හතර හයක් කියන හයෙන් හතරක් ගන්න ඕනේ. But ඒක මාරු වෙනවා රාජා. ඒක හරියට solid නැහැ. Changes time to time. Okay. කියන්නේ කොහොමද එන්නේ කියලා. So in writing, or should you write the whole essay or just whole essay? They have said now write the required code of HTML to display the information of website. State clearly your assumption. All assumption ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. Assumptions are dot 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 போட்டா சரி. Assumption பண்றதுக்கு ஒன்றும் இல்லை. Zainab, your first message was really good, but the second message, that's really bad. Okay, so your hard work will pay off. Kriganla the message. So what time the class is ending? Okay. Good. Right. So almost 2 hours and 40 minutes now. So we had a long time. So can you show that table part? Sure. You want me to show this part? This one. Okay, right. Summing up our JIT seminar, JIT classroom, JIT discussion, JIT friendly discussion, JIT guidance, anything you can tell it in the word JIT. JIT examination is almost like your O-level exam. Do not get scared. Do your papers, do some questions and go through. JIT remaining scheme. I'll also upload the recording of our previous JIT seminars. You can have a check in that. Okay. Lamai, Nangila, Malila, all brothers and sisters, do not worry. It's just an examination. Give your best. Okay. Like general English. Okay. Okay. And wishing you all the best for all the non-IT students and also the IT students. IT students, product support, then the non-IT people. Okay, victim answer theriyati. So apart from that, take care. Api, I unagamu. I don't know. Okay, when we will be meeting, but someday if you guys meet me in road or somewhere, ako hingar da kot. Hi sir, thank you sir. Jit se binarega meet tuna ma matakada kila hande pa danne ne. But introduce yourself. So hopefully wishing you all the best for your examination. Also 6 months more. Okay, exactly another 25 to 22 weeks are there for your exams. So prepare on that. Don't give up on yourself. Something that if you're going to take away in another 5 years or now, two things will be belongs to you. The amount of money you have it in your bank and the education that you have gained. இது ரெண்டும் வந்து ரெண்டு கஷ்டமான விஷயம். Start working harder. First, get the education done. Second, go for the money part. Money ke dam mein ande pa because education ke adagatene tam money ko earn karande ba. So with that regards, api I muna gehemu kavada hari kohin hari kotaning hari okay. Uh, so indigi padigum until nale. Okay, we'll meet you all. I'll send you all the resources in our WhatsApp group. All the YouTube people. Hi to all of you people. Maurana message karine. Okay, but you guys have been there throughout. I had around 200 plus students. Okay, way more many people have been messaging and asking me the recording skill hana. But do join our WhatsApp group pe jit group pe atti na group pe join nende mang ye recordings tige dan dan na okay ekada dala other apart from that okay api balamu aaya all the best for your exams. See you all then. Take care. Alada Kawal. Assalamu alaikum. Aibowan and Manakam. Good night to all of you. Wishing you all the best for your JIT exams and also your AL examination. Aye, Munagamu. Bye.